There have been reports that since COVID, women are delaying their annual mammograms. And what is the impact of that?
It is, we're very fortunate in Houston to have a place like the Rose and all of the medical center to help women get mammograms. And I know that everyone says, mammograms are important in early detection, and it is. And what it means to me is if we find something early, even though we've made all these advances in surgery and radiation and chemotherapy, a lot of times when we find things earlier, we don't have to use some of the things like chemotherapy and the more extensive surgeries. So it's not just that we've made huge strides at curing more people. We have, and we have more tools. But the earlier we find it, it's also better for the patient. So, just the work that the Rose is doing to allow this for our community is so important for our health.
To elaborate more on that and the Rose, I know you know what the Rose does. I know that the hospitals refer patients to the Rose and vice versa. Why is the Rose so important in our community aside from just the diagnosis?
Sure. I think the Rose is a trusted source for so many people who don't know where to turn or know that it's always there and feel safe using it. I know when the Rose sends me a patient to see that they've done high quality workup and are really there acting on the best interest of that patient. And, Houston is very lucky. This is not in every city and certainly not in every state.
The Rose diagnoses, as you know, hundreds of women every year, both insured and uninsured. Can you talk a little bit about why the Rose's patient navigation program is so important?
I think that if you can imagine having your first mammogram and having an abnormal finding and that fear, and where do I turn and what should I do next? And having a trusted person who knows how you should go about your next steps and having someone to turn to and help you through that in a time where it's so scary is one of the most important things that I've seen the Rose really been so successful in doing.